Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the USS Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Alright, hey guys, welcome back to StarMade. My name is Sad Tacker, and today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different yet again. Today, in To Space and Beyond, we're going to be taking a look at the USS Enterprise NCC-1701. Now, I wanted to try and find an original series Enterprise, but the only ones I could actually find were the JJ Abrams universe Enterprises. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. Now, there are two Enterprises we are going to be looking at. Right in front of me is the first one, the less complicated of the two. Now, I am currently in an inspection pod, making my way over here to the back of the Enterprise. Now, I'm sure many of you guys are asking why I'm using an inspection pod. Number one, it was first seen in the original series when the crew was trying to get to the Enterprise in the TV movies. I'm just using it here today as a way to get around. Now, here at the back, where we've just entered, we've got the traditional shuttle. And as we follow along here, there are many different areas to this part of the ship, including torpedo bays. Now, I don't know why the lights aren't on. I'll just turn them on. Now, up here is the turbo lift. And to the right and left of me are the proton torpedo tube doors. And I believe to have fallen. And again. Based on the fact that these rails are facing downwards, I can assume that the elevator will be here any second. Ah, there it is. Now, we're just going to hop aboard really quick and go up. There really isn't much to see in this area due to the fact that we are in a turbo lift tube, but in not too much longer. Ah, there we go. I said this ship was going to be slightly different. That is due to the fact that there really isn't much to see. Now, up ahead we have the ship core, which is how you steer the ship. Now, over here, if I remember correctly, we've got some crew's quarters. And then right over here is sick bay. And again, over here, crew quarters. Now, on the other side of this hallway, two more crew's quarters, and then the brig. As well as, yes, the transporter room. Now, I'm sure you're wondering about these two blue ramps. Well, if we follow them up, we come into the bridge of the USS Enterprise. Now, it isn't heavily decorated, but that's mainly because the ship is more meant for roleplay than for something like combat. However, That is where the second ship comes into play. Now, if you'll give me a moment, I shall move over to the other ship, and I shall pick up the video when I get there. And here it is, the other version of the USS Enterprise. Now, as you can see, it's got the same warp nacelle configuration as the other Enterprise we looked at, noting it as the JJ Abrams first universe Enterprise. Now, as you can see, this one's a little bit different. This one actually is humongous. It's got 22 decks. I'm guessing because this thing is hard to figure out. Like, it's massive. I'm going to really quickly come down here. And I'm going to go ahead and put my activation beam into my inspection pod. That way I can actually open up the door so I can put the shuttle away. Now this thing is hard to aim due to the fact that it is a inspection pod. And of course I forgot. Well then. It's a good thing I have reconnected to the Enterprise instead of sticking with the pod. Because then I'd be stuck. Yeah, the only problem with my inspection pod, the rail where you're supposed to dock, it's more fitted for a space station than the rails of a starship. Now, as you can see, off to the left and right, we've got doors. Now, these actually lead into main engineering. Trust me, you do not want to get stuck down there. It is hard to get out. Luckily, over here, we have a way down. As I said, this place has about 22 decks, and even I haven't been able to see everything that's here in this ship. So if I look confused about something, understand that I don't even know how deep this rabbit hole goes. Oh boy. And this is what I meant. Earlier I said about 22 decks. In truth, there's about 24. Right now, we are just waiting on the there it is. Right now we're just waiting on the turbo lift. So we'll enjoy this place a bit more. By the time we get back around here, there it is. Now it says lift down, it actually is lift up. Now here we are, deck 22. This leads to the main airlocks. Which, in truth, technically means the outside of the ship. But there are these airlocks on the side. Ta-da! And actually, you know what? Thinking about it, I may have been slightly stupid. Because... Alrighty then. Well then. That's just some other information you'll be needing for next time. I am sorry to all of my viewers who may be Irish. I know I have a bad Irish accent. Don't judge me. Now, in a couple of floors, we'll actually be reaching main engineering. Here we are. As you can see, you can look down a little bit. Now, I said this area was difficult to navigate, and now you can see what I mean. But up there is the warp core, but that's not where the ship core is. To actually find the ship core, we have to go all the way up. So and yet again, I am proven wrong. There is a deck 26. And as you can see, this works like a normal elevator. If I have a chance to figure out how to do it, I will definitely make a video about it. Now, when it says turbo lift junction, it literally means a turbo lift junction. This particular junction gives you access to the entire saucer section of the ship. Currently, the area that we are in is the aft section. Let's see. Where is... I think that's it. Now, as you can see by the direction of the rails, this particular elevator is going to show up right next to me. I've switched to it, and now we go up. Now, the level I am looking for is level 4. Yeah, here we are. As you can see, way over there in the distance is the ship core. Now, we actually have to come all the way around in order to get to it. But what makes this handy is the fact that as soon as we get over there, we can fly the ship. Now, the reason why I didn't want to go too in-depth with this ship is the scale of it. And I forgot to switch my gravity. Good thing there's a thing over here. Now, as you can see, the ship core is usually blocked off by these build blocks and storage chambers and the store. But, welcome to the Enterprise. Ship is still very much a work in progress, not battle worthy. Subsystems are not finished. I'm going to switch to the different cameras. And there we are. We have a view directly from the front of the ship. Now, the weapons we have are for the different turrets. And then we have the standard jump drive, which I will be showing at a later date. However, that is all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me in StarMade. If you would like, please hit that like button down below. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you have any more ideas, please let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Adios.